Today I'm taking a look at the DC Multiverse Platinum Edition Year 1 Batman and transforming it into what may be the definitive DC Multiverse Dark Knight. Stick around to find out how. Welcome to 5 Points of Articulation. Strictly speaking, I've already reviewed this figure in my Year 1 Cowardly Lot Versus, but for those who missed it, I'm still going to give them a quick overview. The packaging is our standard window box, except this one has both a gold label and a platinum sticker. Again, this Batman is from Year 1. It shares the same UPC as the regular, so here's that. And then on the back is some nice Batman cover artwork. It doesn't exactly show you the costume, but you know who Batman is. For packaging, Year 1 Batman gets 4 points. Moving on to presentation, and Plat Bat stands at about 6 3/4 inches, or they're about 17.5 centimeters, and it's just a palette swap of the regular Year 1 Batman, which itself shares lots of tooling with Rebirth. The only new parts being the boot tops, the cuffs of the gloves, the diaper and belt, the head, and the torso. In my original review, I failed to specify that the torso is new, but I think that the point did get across. What's nice about this one is that it's a simple cloth design with some fabric tugs, and while the musculature is there, it's not super defined, so in a way it kind of reminds me of Batman the Animated Series. It also puts me in mind of Silver Age Superman. I will say the grayscale does a nice job of showing off the sculpted detail of the face a bit better. Seeing it in the monochrome, it actually reminds me more of Michael Keaton than I thought it would. In general, this is a great head sculpt, and not to reference it again, but it does remind me of a realistic Batman the Animated Series. Also, once again, I really like this utility belt. Not just the fact that it's a pouch belt, but the fact that they actually gave it a bit of shading. In my original video, I referred to the gloves and boots as looking baggy. Really all I meant was that the wrinkles drew more attention to themselves than the rest of the bodysuit as compared to figures like Knightfall. It's not a problem so much as an observation. For those who are unaware, I'm actually giving a regular Year 1 Batman away to one lucky subscriber. To enter, check out my Cowardly Lot Versus, which you can click on at the end of this video. The main difference with this Batman, and the reason why a lot of us want the Platinum, is the lighter gray of the bodysuit. The Standard Edition has a much darker gray bodysuit, which is fine. If anything, that helps it to pair well with Rebirth. That said, I prefer this lighter gray. For one thing, it helps the logo to stand out. And hey, if your Rebirth of choice is the Clayface 3-pack, this goes pretty well together. In fact, lining these three up creates a nice little evolution, and these similar grays are going to be handy when it comes to playability and swapping. Only docking him for the tiny arms, and for presentation, I'm giving Platinum Batman 4 points. If you're enjoying this video so far, do me a favor and give it a like. And for those who want to support the channel, you can donate to my coffee, link in the description below. Moving on to Poseability, and I've already talked about it before, so I'm going to be brief. Batman can look up this high and down this low. In addition to side, he has tilt, his arms raise over 90 degrees, and has a multi-directional rotator cuff. Working our way down the arm, we have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows with a perfect bend, and wrist balls that can swivel and hinge in any direction. Shifting to the torso, and Batman has a diaphragm joint and a dumbbell waist. He can arch back this far, which is great, and hunch forward this far, which is better than usual. In addition to twist, the diaphragm gives him side to side, and then below the utility belt he has the standard McFarlane hips. Those allow him to kick this high and split this wide. He's also got a great amount of twist in the hip, along with double jointed knee with a decent bend, toe articulation, great tread on those shoes by the way, and ankle balls that can swivel, hinge, and like this figure, from a decent enough Platinum to possibly the best McFarlane Batman ever after a bit of swapping, pivot. Thanks to a better than usual hunch forward, for Poseability, Platinum Batman gets 5 points. Moving on to Playability, and in terms of accessories, Batman has a trading card and a figure stand. It's got a short write-up on Year 1, which you can pause here to read. Beyond that, and all he comes with is this Batarang. To be honest, I'm pretty frustrated by that. Don't get me wrong, Batman's gotta have a Batarang, and I'm glad he can hold it, but alternate hands would have been very much appreciated, most especially an alternate right-handed fist. The good news is that after we're done customizing, that's not going to matter. Before we dig into that though, I do want to talk about the wired cloth goods cape. Pretty decent spread on that, and of course it gives lots of display options. Now this is the part where I would normally start showing the side-by-sides, but I want to do our customizing first. That way you can see how the custom Batman would look with the rest of your collection. The recipe for this custom is fairly simple. We need the head and belt/diaper piece of the original Year 1, and the arms of the black and gray version of Knightfall. But I'm doing more than just swapping parts. I also made him ever so slightly taller. To do that, I disassembled the diaphragm joint and stuffed some tissue in the peg hole to space it out. Same thing with the neck joint. Putting the remaining pieces together, and you can see that there is a small but measurable difference. That difference helps him to stand shoulder to shoulder with Knightfall and puts him slightly taller than Rebirth. Overall, I'm even happier with this than I expected. The best part is it means you have all of Knightfall's hands and accessories to play with. Having made these updates, let's see how this Batman scales with others. Starting with Superman, and this custom scales great with any version of Action Comics 1000, as well as Hush or DC Classic. Silver Age is still a little bit on the tall side, but the added height that I've given the custom really helps. Rounding out the Trinity or Collector Edition and Shazam Fury of the Gods versions of Wonder Woman, but rounding out the Justice League or Endless Winter and JLA versions of Aquaman. Endless Winter has a Barry Allen head for a more classic look. For a couple of Green Lanterns, and here's Silver Age Hal Jordan and the Gold Label Kyle Rayner. For the Flash, and here's Flashpoint and Rebirth. But for some other members of the League, and here's Martian Manhunter from the Morrison run and Red Tornado from the Meltzer, along with Black Lightning waiting for Hawkgirl and Cyborg. Moving over to the Batman family, and here we have Classic Robin, along with a couple of versions of Damian, and then here we have Tim Drake, unfortunately still being too big. Next up is Better Than Batman and Titans Wave versions of Nightwing, with Titans definitely scaling better, with New 52 and 3 Jokers versions of the Red Hood, Batgirl and the Huntress both being a little bit on the tall side, and the Year 1 Jim Gordon that goes with this Batman. Wrapping things up with Batman's gallery of rogues, and here we have Rebirth and clown versions of the Joker, as well as Mortal Kombat 11 and the Punchline 2-pack, but for my favorite, and here's Batman with the Silver Age digital version. Next up are Classic and Arkham Asylum versions of the Penguin, along with both versions of Nightfall Catwoman. I brought Platinum out for the Batman the Animated Series vibes, but for something a bit more modern, here's Arkham City and Anne Hathaway. Next we have Classic and Arkham City versions of the Riddler, with Silver Age and Platinum versions of Two-Face, and the Gold Label Mr. Freeze and Uma Thurman versions of Poison Ivy. I actually special ordered a third-party head to make her a comic version, and I can't wait for it to get here so I can show it off. That said, because of the Hush vibes, I wanted to show him off with Hush himself, and this scales really well. That said, and for a couple of bigger scale baddies, and here we have Clayface, the 2-pack version of Killer Croc, Kirk Langstrom, otherwise known as Man-Bat, and the single-carded Mega Fig of Bane. For a relative scale comparison, here's Custom Batman with Pizza Spidey and the Spectacular Spider-Man, and as always, here he is with Stealth Iron Man. This Batman does suffer from only having a Batarang in the box, but between the wired cloth goods cape, and most importantly the customizing potential, for playability, I'm giving Platinum Batman 4 points. This leaves us with nothing left to discuss but the price, and while $22.99 isn't a bad price for a basic Batman and accessory, we do have to take two things into account. One, this is a Walmart exclusive, and two, it's a Platinum Edition. In other words, it's an exclusive of an exclusive. Based on inbox value, but especially availability, for price I'm giving Platinum Batman 2 points, averaging out to a still better than okay total of 3.8 out of 5. That said, it's all worth it for this amazing custom. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss my upcoming Year 1 head swap video, including swaps for this guy. For more Batman videos, including my Year 1 versus Cowardly Lot, check out one of these, and until next time, play nice and have fun.